Hello everyone and welcome to Season 4 of Wayland Sports Chat. My name is D.T. Welling and alongside me are Ari Zuckerman and Lucy Grasso. These topics today will be about the F1 Championship, who we have as an NFL sleeper pick heading into the playoffs, and which two NBA teams we have meeting up from the East and the West in the NBA Finals. Let's start on the racetrack. Lucy, who do you have bring home the F1 Championship?
I have Lewis Hamilton. He has 7 wins this season and is only 8 points back of Max Verstappen, after back-to-back wins in Brazil and Qatar. And after the momentum had clearly been with Verstappen after his win in Mexico, Hamilton seems to have grabbed it back after 2 great performances on the racetrack.
Yeah, I also believe Lewis Hamilton will win his 8th championship this year, coming off of 2 races that can really only be described as domination. Max has a low chance for coming back the rest of the season because he has an older engine and also he has an arguably worse car design compared to Mercedes this year.
Yeah, both you guys have Lewis Hamilton, certainly a GOAT of the sport. Now let's head over to the NFL. A little past halfway through the season so far. Who do you guys have sneaking into the playoffs? Ari, I'll start with you this time.
I think that the Bengals will have it. They've been in many close games this season, losing 3 games by only 3 points or less. They lost to the Packers and would have won if they could kick a field goal. And they barely lost to the Jets, who beat the Titans, and also barely lost to the Bears. If the Bengals can get on the right track, they can definitely get into the playoffs. With an offense consisting of Jamar Chase, who's definitely an offensive rookie of the year talk, the former overall pick Joe Mixon, an improving offensive lineman, and an overall excellent wide receiver core. On the defensive side, they have excellent pass rushers with Trey Hendrickson and a top 10 safety with Jesse Bates. I think if Joe Burrow can limit the interceptions and they can get Joe Mixon hot in every game, they have the potential to go all the way, especially with the way the AFC has been acting this year.
Yeah, Lucy, how about you?
So I have the Colts. If you look at their record of 6-5 and you look at those losses, they have 3 close losses, including 2 in OT to 3 of the best teams in the league, and the Ravens, the Titans, and the Rams. And last Sunday, they had a huge blowout win against the Bills, where they held Josh Allen and that explosive Bills offense to only 15 points while scoring a whopping 41 points. On their offense, Jonathan Taylor, their running back, is already implementing himself as one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best. He already has over 1,000 rushing yards and 13 touchdowns, with 5 of them coming last Sunday. And they have a great and up-and-coming wide receiver in Michael Pittman. The question is Carson Wentz, if he can get the ball off to those 2 guys and limit his turnovers that he's been known for in his career. I think the Colts are going to be a great team and a scary team come January.
Yeah, both you guys picking AFC teams there. AFC Elite's showing some cracks in the armor here this past couple weeks. So let's see if either of those teams or both could sneak into the playoffs. Now, finally, let's head over to the association in the NBA, about 90 days in. Who do you guys have meeting up in the NBA Finals? Lucy, I'll start with you.
So from the West, I have the Warriors. They look great right now with Steph Curry having what looks like another MVP season. He's averaging almost 29 points per game. And if you look at what the Warriors are doing, they're doing this all without Klay Thompson, 5-time All-Star, a great shooter, arguably up there with Steph Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. And so I think they look great right now. And then from the East, I have the Nets. They're 12-5 to start the season, and they just have so much talent that it's hard to overlook. Although Kyrie Irving is out, they still have 11-time All-Star Kevin Durant and 8-time All-Star James Harden, including they also have from LSU Cam Thomas and then Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge. They have just so much talent that Steve Nash can really work with them, and they can be great.
The Suns are on a long win streak of a whopping 12 games, I think 13 now, with Devin Booker bringing a 22.4 points per game average, and Chris Paul is still very valuable. Despite the injury with Frank Kaminsky, they're still a serious threat this season and are coming for revenge. The Eastern Division, though, I think is a bit too close to call yet, so I think I'm going to wait before making any decisions on that.
Yeah, probably a good call there. Lucy picking the Nets and the Warriors. Ari picking last year's Western Conference winners in the Suns. Well, that's all for Sports Chat today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.